Well, here we are in your offices.
We've got a small room. We've had all the gold discs removed. I don't want to rag or anything like that.
No, exactly. It would be totally inappropriate.
Mantelpiece, I was presented with this at BAFTA a few years ago. Best mantelpiece.
Would you like to count down in English, Michael?
Yeah.
Or any other language that you've learnt on your travels?
Probably safer with English.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
1, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
This is a quite unusual experience for you, the 5-minute experience. Can you think of any analogies?
Only the Python sketch where a man had to summarise Proust's masterwork in 15 seconds. And he spent the first few seconds going, oh, God, there's a bloke, name begins with S, tall bloke, swan, bong. So that's all I can remember.
Was Monty Python epoch-defining?
Evidently. I didn't think so at the time. It was just another television show, but it was one which had fewer rules than the shows before. But basically we were ripping off Spike Milligan.
Did you enjoy doing it?
Yes, I did, because there was just a terrific feeling when we were all sitting around. We had to produce so much stuff so quickly that it made for really intense work and a lot of laughter and a lot of humour, very few retakes or anything like that. But then after 2 or 3 years, everyone had kind of got used to what we were doing. It had become slightly less special. John wanted to go off. But they were great times. No, I did enjoy it.
What do you think of modern comedy?
Well, I mean, there are lots of different kinds. I mean, I quite like the sort of the fast show and things like that, which are slightly more sort of whimsical. But I think there's a lot of very good comedy now, which is quite sort of, self-critical, quite introvert, thinking of the thick of it and The Office and all that. Near to documentary, and a bit like Basil Fawlty. They're brilliantly done, but by the end you feel slightly uncomfortable. I mean, there's not a lot of joy in them, but there's a lot of laughs.
I get the sense that you're a bit of a dinner party goer. Do you get under pressure to repeat Monty Python sketches?
I'm a bit of a goer, but I'm not a dinner party goer. No, I'm not a great dinner party man. No, I generally don't recite Python sketches, apart from that one I did at the beginning of this. But there's a slight tendency I have. I'm quite a quiet, shy person, but there's a tendency every now and then to an exhibitionist streak. So if someone tries to tell a Python joke or Python sketch, I will come in if they're getting it wrong. But I prefer to keep it short and just say, Gee! And then people fall about and I can go home.
Do people expect things of you, though, in day-to-day life, behind the scenes, off camera?
Well, people who see me on television, they fall into two schools, or three actually. 4, sorry, I'll come in again. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Well, one of the people who know me from Python and want a bit of a laugh, especially if they had a drink or two. A lot of the others now are people who see me travelling, and they're slightly more sober, and they're just interested in travel, where I've been, all that sort of thing. And the third lot are the people who've seen Ripping Yarns, who, like George Harrison, I revere.
Do you know how many countries you've actually been to?
I think it's 94 or 95, yeah.
You're going to get to 100?
Well, I hope so, yes. I've just got to go somewhere like the Caribbean or the Stans, southern Russia, and you pick up another 10 there.
Have you got a favourite country that you've been to? You must get asked that a lot.
I get asked a lot, and I always try and give a different answer because it's so unfair. I did love going to Peru, and the reason was that we had such great adventures there. I mean, just the landscape, the headwaters of the Amazon, Machu Picchu, beautiful, absolutely wonderful sort of natural scenery. And also rather fine cities like Cuzco and odd places like Lake Titicaca, which is about 12,000 feet up, and the sun shines so brightly on it, it's like looking into a mirror. And Peru had an awful lot, and some of the best adventures on my travels were in that country.
Is there a sort of defining point to your travels? Is it to find a common humanity between people?
Well, I mean, that is... I mean, the style of my journeys has become me talking to people and meeting people, rather than politicians, rather than talking about systems or talking in general about the world. I try to talk about specifics and meet people, because I think that's the way you get the best reaction.
What do you do when you have all the time in the world to yourself?
I make a really, really good cup of coffee, strong as only I know how. And I sit at my little desk and I look out the back gardens of where I live, and I just sort of let my mind slightly go.
And you're a great diary writer. There's a lot about your life, obviously, but you can also find social history in your diaries. How do you decide what to keep out? Is there a sort of dividing line?
I want to just keep a mix in the diary of all the things. The professional life, the work you've done, and the behind-the-scenes stuff on that. My family, very, very important to me. And yes, world events. Some of them just pass by completely. Others, obviously, like the IRA bombing campaign or something like that, are very, very immediate. I just try to keep a balance.
It's almost all over. Are you happy?
Yes, I'm so happy, especially now.
Do you go quickly or slowly?
Yeah, that goes incredibly quickly.
Very nice
But
to
it's
see
a rather
you.
nice way to do it.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, I like that.